All right, the White House mocking President Biden's primary challenger, Minnesota Congressman Dean Phillips, on Thanksgiving. Deputy Press Secretary Andrew Bates posting this on X, quote, "Steer clear of unseasoned turkeys." This was in response to Phillips apologizing for swiping at Biden and Harris in a recent Atlantic article. He was also asked about Harris stepping in if anything happens to Biden, and he said, quote, "I hear from others who know her a lot better than I that many think she's not well positioned, well prepared, of the right disposition, of the right competencies to execute that office." Phillips also noted that Harris's approval numbers are even worse than Biden's, saying, quote, "It's pretty clear that she's not somebody that people have faith in." Joining me now, Washington Examiner columnist Tiana Lowe Doescher. You were just Tiana Lowe the last time I talked to you, so congratulations. But want to get your take on this back and forth, Tiana.
Thank you. So obviously there's a big issue with trying to leapfrog Kamala Harris in the Democratic primary. She is the first Black vice president, first Asian vice president, first woman vice president, and Democrats obviously tend to enable more identity politics. Dean Phillips is learning this the hard way. You know, criticize Harris and you will get all of her Twitter stands coming at you. There's also more of an issue about why the Biden-Harris administration is ranking so low in these approval polls. And Dean Phillips hasn't really differentiated himself, right? So Phillips is calling for a ceasefire in Israel, sort of running to Biden's left on this foreign policy issue, while trying to criticize him on a national primary scheme from the right or from the center. So there's a reason why the White House is peeved, and it's because the Democratic Party machine is pretty effective at keeping people out of the race. There's a reason why, you have Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who's running as an independent, no longer as a Democrat.
Right. Makes a lot of sense. Meantime, the White House is claiming that key Thanksgiving prices were down ahead of the holiday, Tiana. If you were at the store, I was at the store, I was at a restaurant. It was very expensive out there. You've got a new op-ed in the Washington Examiner talking about just this. You wrote, quote, "While some of the price increases for, say, airline travel could be chalked up to the post-COVID demand that spiked after the vaccine rollout began right around Biden's inauguration, food overall is 20% more expensive than it was under Donald Trump. That's not a COVID problem. It's a Biden crisis." Tiana, I couldn't have said it better.
Inflation compounds, and that's the issue that the White House just is refusing to get or just doesn't get. You can brag about inflation falling from, 9%, almost double-digit territory last summer, down to back in this 3.2% range. But if the prices aren't falling, then people are still feeling it. We don't want a wage price spiral, and it's important that prices continue to come down. But food isn't coming down. It's the reason why core CPI is a little better than headline CPI. Energy prices are the only territory where there's actually a price decrease. And Jackie, let me just tell you, there's a reason why turkey prices aren't included in that list.
Yeah.
And that's because turkey is up 7% from last year.
Yeah, absolutely. And gas prices are still significantly higher than they were when Joe Biden took office. So we're not necessarily out of the woods. It's not like really fun to go fill up at the pump for most Americans right now at over $3 a gallon. Meantime, Tiana, more House lawmakers are announcing their retirement after Kevin McCarthy was ousted as Speaker. 6 Democrats, 6 Republicans also saying that this month that they won't be seeking re-election. The most announcements in any month since at least 2011. In total, 31 House lawmakers won't seek re-election. The Wall Street Journal reporting, quote, "Since the ouster of McCarthy in October and weeks spent without an elected House Speaker, some lawmakers of both parties have concluded that Congress is just not going to be a productive place." Tiana, your reaction to that?
These are, I hesitate to use this word, but dangerous times. We are losing members that have crucial bureaucratic knowledge. And unfortunately, the House is somewhere where we do need that sort of specialization by parts. We have it both not just in the Republican side, right? It makes sense that after Republicans saw that Matt Gaetz was able to blow up the speakership with only 7 other Republicans, that's a scary prospect. But Democrats are doing it too, in part because they don't want to have to defend this White House. Dangerous times.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Tiana Lowe Doescher, thank you so much for being here. Always great to see you, and congratulations again.
Thank you, Jackie. And happy Black Friday.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, well, I'll be hitting the stores at some point today, at least online, if anything else.